There it goes. There we go.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Thanks, Whitney. Um, Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming on and joining us tonight. We appreciate your time, and hopefully we'll get you some new information or maybe revisit some old and you have new questions. Never know. My name is Janelle Giesinger. I know a lot of you know me. My little brand right there is all about the drink. Did that um, right away, like 11 years ago. So,
Did you
um,
copyright it? You should have us
no,
stuff.
I didn't, but I should, huh?
I mean, if not, yeah.
So anyway, my name's Janelle. I have, like I said, I've been with Plexus, you guys, for over 11 years. Whitney told me about it because she knew, or she thought she knew, I was kind of healthy and but needed it anyway. Um, and I kind of put her through the paces. I also put her sponsor through the paces and made her sell me a bag retail. Don't do that.
I tried to
But
be a good friend, but you wouldn't listen.
no,
Just kidding.
sometimes we don't. You know that. Anyway, so like I said, I I bought a bag retail, insisted on it, and less than 2 weeks later, I signed up as a brand ambassador, and I've been here ever since. You'll see me come and go. I am the ultimate product tester, I promise you. And the reason I say that is because I get to feeling so good, and then I stopped using the products, realized why I was taking the products, so then I would take them again. So
Need a kick in
ask
the
me.
pants every once in a while? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Ask me. I've kind of been through it. So anyway, I let's see, a brief story on mine, right? Did you want me a brief highlight or jump into
Sure,
my
yeah.
time?
Yeah. Give it to
So
us. It's good.
yeah, so I was looking for something honestly when Whitney told us about this product because I had been diagnosed with Hashimoto's. I had gone through a year of going to doctors. I fired three of them because I didn't like what they had to say. I wanted to go a more natural route. And I didn't want just that generic prescription. And they would not. So those doctors said, no, we don't write the Armor Thyroid, which is what I wanted and wanted to try. So they went out. Anyway, I found a doctor who was all about, he was as natural as you can get. He liked vitamins, he was all on board. And throughout my years, or my testing, I was going in for testing every 6 months. And my numbers, if anyone knows what Hashimoto's is, my TPO numbers were greater than 1,000. And I didn't know until a few years in that my lab just quit counting at that number. But every 6 months I went in for testing, and every 6 months my lab numbers were changing. Those numbers were dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. So, and that's why I told you I'd start feeling good and then I'd kind of go off the products for a while. So, and then I'd get back on because I noticed a change in those lab results. And my energy. My energy has been off the charts the entire time as well. I used to be a pot of coffee a day drinker and would still want to throw my head down on my desk at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and take a nap because I just couldn't function. I go home, do all my stuff, and then I couldn't sleep either. So it was just kind of a vicious, ugly cycle. Now, I drink about 1 cup or 2 cups maybe in the morning because I still love coffee. I love the smell of it. I love, maybe it's just a habit, whatever, but I don't drink a pot anymore. And I have energy that the reason my friend signed up, got products, Megan, was because we are 10 years different. And she's like, whatever you have, I want, because she was thinking I was running circles around her. But anyway, I'm happy to report my doc still loves my lab numbers. I love my lab numbers. And Plexus, honestly, Plexus is the reason why. So I will jump into, I asked a friend, and I met her because of a leaders retreat cruise that we earned, a whole bunch of us earned, and it was a blast, of course. And her name is Darlene. She's the sweetest lady. And I'm going to give you her intro, and then I have a video from her because she actually teaches a Bible study this evening. So she was kind enough to do a recording, and Whitney said it was okay, um, just so we could hear Darlene's story.
That'll be awesome. Before you do, sorry,
Yes.
I totally forgot. Um, do we have any first timers here? If you can put your email address in the chat, we do a little drawing for a gift card at the end. So we just want to make sure if this is your first time attending a 10-10-10, please keep coming back. We love to have you here. We love to share what we love about Plexus, why Plexus is so amazing. And so, yeah, if it's your first time, just drop your email address in the chat. If you're from Canada, specify that because it's a different type of gift card. So, anyways, sorry to interrupt.
No, thank you.
And thanks for
I
being
meant
here.
to do that too. I need to write notes. So about Darlene, she started Plexus in 2016. Oh, let's go back. I'm so sorry. Darlene is a wife. She's a mom of 4. She's a GG to 4, and she's a senior gold with Plexus. She started in 2016, simply hoping to lose some weight and feel better. What began with one conversation at a homeschool co-op ended up changing much more than she expected. Kind of like a lot of us, right? Including the direction of her life and business. Nearly 10 years later, Darlene is still sharing what happened when she decided to take a chance on something she wasn't even sure would work. So please welcome Darlene and listen to her story. And I will share my screen. Tested this, right? And there she is. Can everyone see that? Thumbs up?
Yep.
Perfect.
Uh-oh, we don't have volume though.
Is that better?
Um, am I the only one that has no volume on her?
No, I don't
No,
have volume
can't hear it.
either. But I think she probably has to stop sharing and then reshare and add to share the volume too when you go to
Okay.
share.
Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. So stop share and then try it again. Oh, it says share sound.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. Was that Amber?
Good job, Amber.
So thank you so much for inviting me to be on the call tonight. And I'm sorry I couldn't be live, but I'm sending this video your way with so much love. So I'm Darlene, and they probably introduced me already. And I started Plexus in 2016. I was just sitting at the lunchroom table one day, and my friend Lynn, we were homeschooling together, going to a very big co-op school that met at a church, had like 400 people, lots of teachers, all the grades. Our kids graduated from there. It was really nice. She was cleaning a lunchroom table after school was over. I was waiting on my little boy who took karate. And I was just sitting there eating a snack, looking at, I don't know, at the time back then, maybe my phone. She said, "Have you ever heard of Plexus?" I had never heard of it. And I said, "Tell me more about it. What is that?" And she said, "Well, you don't look like you need to lose weight, but this is something that helps you detox. It builds up your gut health. It'll reduce inflammation." And when she said detox, that is when my antennas went up, because I had already been thinking about going to the health food store and getting a detox box. I had done one before for parasites, and I was like, I must need to do one again because I'm going to weight loss classes every week. I was going with my parents, and I wasn't losing but ounces in a month. I wasn't even losing a whole pound. That had always worked for me before. And so I was just like, my metabolism must be stuck. I need help. And so when she said detox, I thought, and she said, it's guaranteed, has a 60-day money back guarantee. So if it doesn't work for you, you can send it back. Nothing lost in trying it. So I decided to order. She sent it to me. Of course, I got it through the mail. I started taking it, and I took it like she advised, like she was helping me. I was listening. and I started drinking my pink drink, taking my couple of capsules. I started with the gut health system. That's all we had really back then. We didn't have Metaburn yet. We didn't even have lean. So I took the gut health system and I took my pink drink and my BioCleanse, my ProBio 5, and I started noticing that it was working. My belly roll was going down. I had more energy. I had fallen into this habit of just sitting on the couch every night after I got done with work. I had a house cleaning business. I was teaching my little boy kindergarten and teaching him how to read. He would go with me to my cleaning houses and sit at the table and do school. And by the time I got home, I was so tired. I was helping my elderly parents. I had helped move them from Georgia to Alabama. And my husband had retired from the military with a full 27-year career and was working on his second career, but there wasn't a lot of companies hiring at that time because of what was happening in the country at the time. So he was underemployed. I didn't have money to buy anything, but I thought I'm going to take my income tax money and get it. And so I did, and when it was working and I was having more energy, my belly roll was going down, my clothes were starting to fit differently. The scale wasn't really moving, but I could see a difference. And so I decided I'm going to keep taking this. I'm going to order. I'm going to find a way to order it again. And then I told my mom about it, and she was like, oh yeah, a couple of my practitioners have recommended that I take that. And she had an autoimmune disease that caused a lot of pain and muscle pain, tender points, hard to sleep, some fatigue. And she would go every week to her chiropractor, massage therapist. She was not able to take medicine because the medicine caused her to have IBS. So she was recommended and she decided to order. Then my sister-in-law was like, order me some. And a couple of friends at school, other moms were like, oh, if you're trying it, I want to try it. And so I got my first check and I was like, wow, this pays pretty generously. So I kept ordering it. I took it for 4 months and then the scale started moving. I had to work on healing on the inside, getting my gut microbiome right, letting the BioCleanse and the ProBio 5 work and do their job, and the scale started to move. And I started to lose weight. And after a year and about a year and a half, I lost 20 pounds slowly by just not being as hungry, trading muscle for fat. And it was pretty amazing to feel that good, to not having back pain, neck pain, being so sleepy and tired, but having energy, feeling good, being up off the couch like my younger self again. Thank you so much for having me on and letting me share.
There we go.
Love that.
Yes. I was thinking, I don't know if a lot of you have seen that old graphic, but remember the graphic of visceral fat, and how fluffy it is, right? So like a pound of lean muscle is much smaller than a pound of fat, so just will melt away, and like the scale may not do much, but our clothing fits better, right? When we start getting rid of that fluffy.
Yeah, that reminds me. Carrie did a visual with, where did you get that, Carrie? Because I've seen Stacy and Rob have that too, where they have like the display that shows what 5 pounds of fat looks like, or 10 pounds or whatever.
I used AI for mine.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's wild because it looked so like, I thought you guys must have had a
No.
plastic version of it or something. I was like, where did they get that? That's so cool. You'd have to have a big one now, Carrie, right? What are you at now?
31 pounds.
What? What? 31.
Yeah.
Dang, girl. That's amazing.
Yeah. It's working.
I would
You'll
say
be
so. That's
you'll be
awesome.
our next testimony, right?
She's an ongoing, consistent, like it always just gets better and better. So love that. Okay, do we have a product highlight, Janelle?
I
Or do you?
do. I have a product highlight. And I'm focusing on Hydrate
Woo!
because I'm kind of in the hydration mode, being outside. Um, so I wanted to talk about Hydrate because especially now, like the summer is maybe ending or getting close to ending, for some people, or the temperatures are cooling off maybe, and you're like, oh, I'm okay. I don't need as much water. Or, oh, you're wrong. We do. We need to stay hydrated, and water is very important. But especially if you're outside and when we lose fluid, sweating, all of the good stuff, we're losing electrolytes too and minerals. And so our Hydrate helps replace those. So I have talking points so I don't get lost. And now I can't read it. I'm so sorry. So it's all about how hydration, like it's not just about water or how much we force ourselves to drink water, it's how our body uses it, right? So when we sweat and we lose the fluid and the electrolytes, it's important to put those back in. It helps with, go ahead.
Before I forget, I'm so sorry. I have to tell this story. It is so
Tell,
good, you guys.
talk
Okay,
away.
so I have this friend. I grew up with this girl, and this was like a couple years ago, but she was doing Plexus and she was drinking a gallon of water a day, but she had all these symptoms of dehydration. And when I realized that, and I started learning more about like how important electrolytes are and minerals, and I don't remember how long Hydrate had been out at this time, but I was like, I said, "Do you know what, Brandy? I think you're dehydrated." And she's like, "I can't be. I literally drink over a gallon of water a day." And I was like, "Yeah, but do you know if you drink too much water and you're not getting adequate electrolytes, it can actually dehydrate you?" And so I said, "Why don't you just try this? Just order one bag of Hydrate and cut your water intake down, and just like, I think I told her just go for like how many ever, whatever half her body weight is, go for that many ounces a day or whatever, and drink a hydrate each day as part of that water intake." And all of those symptoms went away like so super fast. It was so cool. So that's an example of like you can actually be dehydrated even if you're drinking a lot of water. Like we need those minerals and electrolytes so much that like a lot of people actually have symptoms that they probably don't realize are because they're not getting what they need that they would get from Hydrate. So I just had to throw that in before I forgot to say it because I was like, oh, I have the best story. Sorry.
You do have we should have coordinated better. So back to that, the electrolytes and minerals are involved in our normal fluid balance and muscle function as well as nerve function. So our Hydrate provides a combination of electrolytes, and it is sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, and chloride, along with vitamin C and zinc. All really good things and all what our body uses, right? Our Hydrate, it only has 10 calories. It has 0 grams of sugar, contains no caffeine, and all you do is mix one of our little packets, in 12 to 16 ounces of water. Easy breezy. Do it first thing in the morning. Just like try it for a week and see how you feel different. I think that it's important step, and maybe just test it out. Make your husband test it out too, or your kids. So that leads me into when would you use it? So you think about situations that we get into when we're losing more fluid, when you're working outside, when you're exercising, heavy sweating, hot or humid conditions. Like you don't even realize how much we lose just being in a hot environment, right? Just even sitting around, you don't even have to do a lot of exercises or heavy work to lose minerals. It can happen while you travel, gardening, sports, or just, an active normal day running around. You don't even pay attention and you're not even drinking your water when you're out. So what I said, a practical tip, like just do it in the morning. Don't wait until you're feeling thirsty, because by the time you're feeling thirsty, you are dehydrated, right? So do it first thing in the morning and you'll thank yourself later. Let's see here. What else can I add? Oh, that's why at the end of August, right, we're all thinking summer is closing down and people tend to start drinking less and less water because hours start changing, right, in the fall and winter months. We need hydration year round. It isn't like a non-negotiable. Just keep drinking it and do yourself a favor.
And those of you with kids, especially, I know it's such a great replacement for Gatorade and Powerade. You don't get the artificial colors and the crap in there, and it's so fairly comparable in price. So give them a healthy
Well,
option. It'll actually make
and
them feel good.
something too about Hydrate, because when we work cattle when we work cattle and stuff, there's always, coolers full of stuff, and Gatorade and pop is a great big one. Anyway, I'm trying to get my greats to, like, I can't stand seeing people drink pop and kids drink that much pop, even though I was a kid and did the same thing. But then they have the pop, they have the Gatorade, and I'm like, please just try this. So I have a 13-year-old great nephew that was here and helping us hay, and I gave him a couple, and I'm like, hey, try this instead of a Gatorade today, please. Because when he comes here, he's with his grandparents, and his grand only allows one a day, one Gatorade. That's it. No sodas, no nothing. One. So anyway, he took the Hydrate, and I saw him a couple of days later. I'm like, what did you think? He goes, I really like that one. So then I gave him 3 other flavors, and he came in and he's like, hey, do you have any more of that stuff? He goes, I really like it. I'm like, yeah, which one? He goes, well, I tried this one and I tried that one. And he's like, I don't care. So I was
Love
like,
that.
yeah, 13-year-old boy. And I was like, I love it.
Kid approved.
Yeah. And Megan sat next to Darlene on a plane from a Plexus event and loved her. Thanks, Megan.
Everyone who meets Darlene loves her. She's a sweetheart. Thank you. Will you tell her thank you from us, since we won't get to
Absolutely.
see her, that we really appreciated that. Okay, well, I guess it's my turn. So I wanted to show you, I'm going to share the screen too. First of all, before I forget, I want to mention that we have something exciting coming soon in Wellness Warriors, which is our team page. If you're not in there, please join us. But starting in September, I think the first post is going to go up September 7th. We're going to have some very inspiring stories for you from our newest jewels in Plexus: emeralds, sapphires, diamonds, the newest of the new. And so I'm just going to read you this write-up about it so you can get a gist of what it's about, and hopefully get excited to follow along. Okay? We celebrate rank, but we rarely get to hear the road that led there. This September, we're changing that, built on belief. The stories behind our newest jewel leaders. This series will share the real stories and timelines behind our newest jewels from the last 12 months. We aren't only celebrating where they are now, we're going back to where they began. This is what I think we really need to hear. Throughout September, they'll share what life looked like when they started, how long their journey took, the hard seasons that tested their belief, the turning points that changed their momentum, and the simple things they continued doing along the way. You'll hear about the people who believed in them, the moments when they considered giving up. Can you imagine that? Even those who make it like to the top in those big ranks, like they have those moments too, and they're like, oh, I don't know if this is going to be worth it. Should I keep going? What ultimately helped them keep moving forward? These ranks didn't happen overnight, and their journeys were never perfectly linear. If you didn't know, now you know. This will be very, very helpful and very inspiring for those of you that want more here. Our hope is that by sharing the real stories behind each rank, someone still waiting for that their own breakthrough will continue to believe. It's possible for me too. So, built on belief, the stories behind our newest jewels coming September. So, be watching for that in Wellness Warriors, and that's something that you can look forward to. Now, please tell me, every one of you were on the Plexus Boards training by show of hands. Can I see? Was everyone on there? Has everyone participated? I can't see everyone when I have the screen share on. Ah. Okay, well, if you missed out, I want to encourage you to go listen to this replay. If you have any interest in sharing Plexus, whether it's to like serve your loved ones and help them feel better and have a better quality of life, whether you love earning free vacations, whether you really need extra income for this, that, and whatever. Hello, inflation, if anyone, and fuel prices and all the things. Who doesn't need an extra source of income right now? And what better way, like when we get to bless others and then bless ourselves? It's so beautiful. So, anyways, this Plexus board, I just want to know by shout out, like, what have you guys had a chance to look at it? Those of you that have had a chance to take a look, I would love to hear, what are you most excited about? Plexus boards. Free, 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 free. Did I mention that? Hello, they're giving us this for free. Pretty stinking amazing, right? Anyone? Anyone?
Well, I'm excited just because boards are so easy to use, like so easy. So I'm really excited. I've already joined it. I haven't listened to the replay, but that's on my list to do.
Love it. Okay, anyone else? Okay, well, I'll just say, I think this is one of the best things Plexus has ever given us, because if you've never used boards, you probably don't understand how pivotal this is or what a gift this is. But I'm someone who has been using boards for years already. So boards is a way that you can organize information. You can put it in different like categories, files. You can save videos, you can save your own voice memos or voice messages. You can save messages. Everything we do with Plexus in sharing Plexus is very much repetitive, a lot of it, okay? And of course, we want to like be personable and like make things customizable per person. We want to add the heart into it. We want to add like the testimonies that resonate with what that person is struggling with, to really give them hope. We want to put our heart into why we believe this will help them and why we care. But it really is like you're gonna be sharing a lot of the same information over and over again. And so this Plexus board makes it so organized and so easy to have at your fingertips, touch and paste immediately. And so that's what I love about it. So I'm just gonna show you. So this is the share. Let me show you what the different boards are real quick here. We've got a share the products board, share the business opportunity board, latest promos and incentives. New to Plexus, start here. I'm really excited about this one. And we kind of went through this, some of the other leaders on the team and I on Monday, and this is a really good board that is like so user friendly for people just starting out. Straight from the gut podcasts, training calls and resources, events, and they will have soon recognition tools, an Espanol folder, and then here's a really helpful how to use boards if you're not familiar with it, and then helpful links and resources. I even found in here, because this is something that I would love, I should have had at all times, but I I printed out the product price list, and this is so handy to just have right here on my desk at all times. So, but there's, I'll just show you like share the products, for example. So if you go in here, then you're going to see shareables for each one of our more popular combos and our individual products, words to say about the different products, and all kinds of good things. Social shareables, so like photos and graphics and stuff like that. And so this is just really, really good. So exciting. So anyways, we're out of time, but I just wanted to make sure that if you missed that info, if you didn't hear about it yet, listen to that replay. If you don't know where to find it, ask your sponsor. They can get you a link for that replay, and we can also get you the link for the board. Okay, I've got our 2 newbies in right here, and I'm going to draw one out to be our winner for tonight. And that's going to be Sarah Jean. Sarah Jean, congratulations. I've got your email, so I'll be sending. Yay! So congratulations and thanks for joining us. I hope you found this helpful and beneficial. Bethany, join us again. Maybe you'll win next time. And we love having you here. So I'll get this email to you, Sarah Jean. Thanks for being here, and everyone have a great night. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Janelle. That was great.
Thank you, guys.